into the corner. Lisby was after it like a flash. He got to the byline, pulled his cross in, and Coburn had got really well. He did well, the centre forward, got across his markers and played the ball into the back of the net. It was a simple finish, but Bristol City not coping with going down to 10 men. Adam Randall disappearing out of midfield. Greenwood's dropped in, but it is not working at all. Bristol City 0, Millwall 1.
Well, these are the kind of problems Skubala has got to tackle. He's got to tackle them well. You can't have, especially at home, the idea is you make it a fortress. This is a tough start, let's not forget. Millwall were in the playoffs last year. Maybe, they finished third. They may be unlucky not to make it into the playoff final. Just didn't get it right against Hull. So it's a tough start for Skubala. His first game at championship level. But, I mean, Adam Randall's just been stupid. He's probably cost them the game. Yeah,
it does feel like that, certainly at the moment. In fact, his sending off has left Greenwood going back into centre midfield and Ballard coming out to the left. So Skubala doesn't want to make any substitutions yet. He wants to keep his strikers on that he's spent a lot of money on, and he wants to keep them playing. But is Ballard a left winger and doing the job there? Can Greenwood go and play in that centre midfield role? He is more of a wide player or a 10. So yeah, we'll have to see. But at the moment, Millwall, they've got their noses in front. Their fans are absolutely buoyant behind the goal, and Bristol City are right up against it.
Bristol City 0, Millwall 1, and City down to 10 men. There's a goal at Bratton, another one there, Alex Crook.
And it's now Portsmouth 1, Queen's Park Rangers 2. What a turnaround. 2 goals in 7 minutes from the visitors. Elias Chair scored the first. He had a hand in the second, releasing Koki Saito down the left-hand side. But Saito given far too much time by the home defence to make his way into the penalty area. When he eventually got his shot away, it appeared to take a double deflection off Rocco Shane and Terry Devlin, the Pompey goal scorer. Totally wrong footing. Nicholas Schmidt in goal. And it is now Portsmouth 1, Queen's Park Rangers 2.
Salford are 2-0 down at Barnet. Charlie Lakin with the second 3 minutes before the 45 are up. I'm wondering if Carl Robinson was sacked after one really bad game in the playoff final. Does the new manager get sacked after one really bad game on the opening day? Is that how Salford City operates? I wonder. Right, let's take you to the Riverside on TalkSport. Lucy Ward and John Dunn.
Last minute of normal time. It's at Middlesbrough 0, Lincoln 1 in the first half. Adam Reach against his former club after 12 minutes, giving the newly promoted side the lead. Middlesbrough now starting to come into this one. Will Lancashire, a debut goal in the Cup last week. Well, he nearly scored on his league debut here. A Kante cross from a deep position. Lancashire out-muscling Towler, a header from about 6 yards out. Brilliant save by George Wickens in the Lincoln goal. Leo Castledine, a jinking run down the left, got to the byline. A ball agonisingly almost across the goal line. Missed 3 Middlesbrough players, missed 2 Lincoln players. Finally, one of them was able to get the clearance away. Morgan Whittaker for the Borough. A jinking run into the box, went down looking for the penalty. Clearly wasn't, but Middlesbrough definitely improving.
Yeah, I mean, it took Middlesbrough probably 30-odd minutes to work out that they needed to pass the ball longer past the press, and as soon as they did that, get it up to Joseph and Lancashire, then they just caused problems for the centre-backs, 3 centre-backs for Lincoln. But just a great save from Carl Joseph by Wickens in the Lincoln goal, and they're hanging on really at the end of this first half, Lincoln, but I have to say the game plan has worked very, very well. They've pressed well, they've defended well when they have to. Borough will be disappointed if they go in and it's not 1-1 at half time.
We've just gone into 3 minutes of injury time. Commentary on TalkSport 2, Middlesbrough 0, Lincoln 1.
Goal in the National League, AFC Fylde equalised at Tamworth 1-1. Danny Ormerods is fit. I can't believe he's still at Fylde. They won National League North last season. He got 28 goals, 11 assists. Has to be on the radar of EFL clubs. Danny Ormerod with the goal equaliser in the National League. Half-time at Carrow Road in the Championship. Dean Ashton and Mike Saul.
Good timing, yes. Norwich City 0, West Bromwich Albion 0. Norwich made a very bright start to this game. A nicely crafted 1-2 between Kenny McLean and Anis Ben Slimani. Ended with McLean's shot being saved by Max O'Leary. He's had to be alert a few times, the West Brom goalkeeper, to deny Fisher, and then he and Callum Stiles also had to make blocks near the line when Norwich were threatening. But after Norwich's initial bright, brisk start, Dean, it faded somewhat. They were in and out, and West Brom, well, they've not threatened at all at the other end.
No, considering they've got 2 centre forwards, they've been bullied really by Darling and Cordoba. They've handled them brilliantly, not given them a look really. despite that sort of combative style that West Brom have had in the game. They tried to play a little bit, but not been able to get the two centre forwards into the game. Norwich have just been a little bit disappointed with the speed of their play. You know, you're at home, it's the first game, everyone's excited, the feeling before the game, and it went really flat as the half went on. Very pedestrian in the possession, not a lot of invention really. Slimani couldn't get into the game after that initial flash of excellence with McLean, and Mo Toure has barely had really a look in all the support he needs.
Both these teams scored 4 goals in the League Cup last weekend, but we were waiting one here. It's Norwich 0, West Brom 0.
Well, I watched Pompey last week at West Ham in the Cup, and they couldn't defend, and it's a similar story today. Another goal at Fratton Park. Alex Crook.
You can say that again, Adrian. Portsmouth 1, Queen's Park Rangers 3. A terrible 15 minutes for that Pompey back line from a position of authority at one stage. Amadou and Bengu breaking down the right-hand side, given all the freedom to put his cross into the penalty area. Elias Chair is unmarked. The ball bounces off his shin, loops over the goalkeeper, Nicholas Schmidt. It's another really soft goal to concede. John Massinio down there on the touchline. He must be absolutely raging. Portsmouth 1, QPR 3.
QPR went 1 down there, 3-1 up, heading shortly into the break. Accrington, well, 1 down at home to Colchester, now 2-1 up. The young Welsh striker Charlie Caton has got his second of the afternoon. Let's get half-time in the Championship at the Valley. TalkSport, Ian Abrams.
Charlton 0, Derby 1. The only goal from Sammy Schmodix midway through the first half. An assist there for in the middle of the park. An assist for Carlton Morris, and really good finish from Schmodix. And at that point, Derby were in complete control, but Charlton ended the half really well. McNamara had a shot that was blocked. Campbell had a shot at the near post, turned away by Zetterstrom. And in the end, they thought they should have had a penalty, Charlton, as well. The referee waved that away. And the boos you can hear behind me are for the referee and his assistant as they go off. Certainly plenty of effort from Charlton, but Derby, you feel, do deserve that lead and that goal from Schmodix. Charlton 0, Derby 1.
And it's half-time here at Ashton Gate as the Bristol City players just trudge off down the tunnel and they look dejected. They need a proper motivational half-time team talk. Lawrence Mora.
Yeah, at the break, Bristol City 0, Millwall 1, and after an impressive, passionate opening 36 minute, it has all fallen apart for the new Ashton Gate gaffer, Michael Skubala. Adam Randall, the home team's central midfielder, committed just one of those technical fouls in the middle of the pitch, in the middle of the Millwall half, as big Josh Coburn spun him and went to get away. Randall wrapped his arms around him, gave away a free kick, and he was already on a yellow card. So out came the second yellow, and off he trudged. After that, Coburn added to the misery, tapping home in the 6-yard box after Lisby had pulled the ball back into the 6-yard box for him. He tapped it home, and there was celebrations from Millwall. They looked fully in control, and some big decisions at halftime for the new manager in how he's going to react, because so far he's not made a substitution. He's tried to make do with what he's got on the pitch, and it hasn't worked. But at the break, it's Bristol City 0, Millwall 1.
Yeah, no doubt Skubala needs a big rethink, but Millwall on top against 10 men. National League, AFC Fylde have turned it around. They lead 2-1 at Tamworth. Cedric Main, summer signing, with the goal 3 minutes into added time at the end of the half. And Boreham Wood lead at Halifax 1-0. Matt Rush with the goal. He got a hat-trick on day one last season. 29 goals last season, Matt Rush. And he's not even the Boreham Wood player that they turned down £1 million bid for. That's Abdul Malik, who has started the game this afternoon. Still a Boreham Wood player. Right, let's get half-time at the Riverside. This could be a big story this afternoon on day one of the season. Lucy Ward and John Dunn.
Middlesbrough 0, Lincoln 1. Lincoln 65 years away from the second tier of English football. Certainly not looking out of place against Middlesbrough at the beaten Championship playoff finals last season. Lincoln started brightly, 12 minutes they were ahead. Adam Reach came through the Middlesbrough Academy, and after Draper and Dawikwa linked up on the right-hand side, it came to Reach, edge of the area, a sweetly struck volley beyond debutant goalkeeper Vitek. Lincoln certainly didn't sit back. Middlesbrough frustrating at times, but towards the end of the half did start to create chances. George Wickens in the Lincoln goal with 2 brilliant saves. The first from Will Lancashire from close range with a header, and then from Kyle Joseph as we went into injury time at his near post to turn 1 around the post. Lincoln encouraged by the first half of of this game.
Yeah, I think the game plan for Lincoln worked nearly perfectly. They didn't concede. I think they defended quite well, but getting the ball up the